What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another rebuild, and today we're going to be doing the other Los Angeles team, the Los Angeles Lakers. So, just like in last video, we are going to be using Lasers draft classes, and we are also going to be starting with the playoffs of 2020, just because that's where we are in today's time, basically. Okay, so starting basically today, after resetting the whole season, we end up as the 1 seed, and we might as well just go ahead and sim the playoffs because this doesn't really count towards our 3 years anyway. So we end up losing to the Clippers in round 2. The Raptors end up winning the finals in 6 games, and Pascal Siakam is your finals MVP. So on to the offseason, and what do we have to do? Do we even have our first round pick this year? We do. It's at 29. Okay. Well, you guys know me. You know I love to trade up. So we're definitely going to look to do that. We're going to bring in Michael Williams. Gregory Peterson is perfect. And we will get a new scout, I guess. Because why not? We'll keep Frank Vogel and Jason Kidd. And our CFO is good as well. So we'll get into the draft. By the way, if you guys do enjoy this video at any time, I would really appreciate a like on it. It would help me and the video and the channel and just, everything. It would help everything out quite a bit. So yeah, what are we looking at here in the draft? So we really don't have assets to trade up, but I'm going to try to trade up to 15 with the Orlando Magic. So we're going to try to send Quinn Cook and our pick at, 29? To the Magic, and they don't want to do that. They want to swap a pick next year. Yeesh. You know what? We can go ahead and do that. That's fine. So let's go ahead and sim to our pick and see who we got available at 15. Tyrese Halliburton is here. Nico Mannion as well. Desmond Bane. Devin Vassell. Denny. I think I want to go for a guard. So I think it's going to probably be between Tyrese Halliburton and Devin Vassell. Let's go Tyrese Halliburton, actually. He's got better defense. So we'll do that, and we will sim to the end of the draft. So we'll bring him in. AD declines. No surprise there. So do JaVale McGee and Rondo. And then Avery Bradley, KCP. Both accept, and Markieff Morris also declines his player option. So we will give Kostas and Devontae Kaycock the qualifying offer, and on to free agency where we really need to bring back AD. So we will give him a whole bunch of money. We'll give him a player option and a no trade clause, and he is going to be coming back. What's his other offer? Oh, the Knicks, of course, naturally. We can also bring back Dion Waiters, and I will give him that deal. And we do get both of those guys. So Dwight Howard, I don't believe we're going to be able to bring back. I know we don't have bird rights. Where is he at? Can we afford this? We'll try. We'll see if it lets us sign him, but I'm not certain that it will. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. So we do get AD and Dion Waiters back, which is perfect. We are definitely going to look to trade Dion Waiters, though. So we do not have a single center on the roster right now. So what I'm going to try to do is send Danny Green and KCP to the Hawks for Clint Capella, and they don't want to do that, unfortunately, and we really do not have draft picks. So can we give you this Pelicans pick? All right, they do agree to that. So we get Clint Capella. So there is another trade I was considering making, and it's very tempting. Where are the Pistons at? Here we go. So we can get their next 2 years unprotected first-round picks for Avery Bradley and Dion Waiters. And honestly, I think we do that 10 times out of 10. So we are going to do that. Now, this roster is tough doing it this way, man. Let me tell you. We got Halliburton, Caruso and THT, LeBron, Anthony Davis and Kuzma, and Clint Capella. We need to add some people quickly because I forgot to mention, but I am going to try to three-peat over these next 3 seasons with this team. And as of now, that's looking like a tall task. So, you know what? this team doing it this way is a little bit tougher than I had imagined. But I did sign Shabazz Napier and Duncan Robinson. So we're going to send them to the Spurs for their 2021 first-round pick and Trey Lyles and see how much money we might have to actually offer anybody else a contract. And it's not much because, like I said, we still need a point guard and a big man, I believe. So it's not looking great. It's slim pickings out here for sure. Let's just go ahead and bring in Jeremy Lin. We can bring in Kent Bazemore, and God, I don't know. Who can rebound out of this group? Alan Williams, a 73 overall, and Kylo Quinn looks like. So we'll bring in Kylo Quinn. I might have done that anyway. We will go ahead and just renounce the rights on the rest of these guys, except for Kaycock and Kostas. So I think we are going to be good there. God, this game is so broken. Anyway, we're just going to do it because we're going to need as much capital as we can get. Kent Bazemore and Trey Lyles to the Thunder for a 2021 first-round unprotected from them and 2022 from the Clippers. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Well, 2K has struck again and renounced the rights on Kostas Antetokounmpo and Kaycock without me doing it. So thanks a lot, 2K. Anyway, at player progression now, LeBron's still a 97, AD still a 96, Capella at an 86, and then we drop off. Kuzma, I moved to a small forward, he's up to a 79. Caruso, after being in the G League this past season, at a 79. THT 77, Trey Burke, who I ended up signing because somehow we're getting middle-level exceptions back. He's at a 77. Markieff Morris actually did manage to bring back on just a minimum deal. We got Myers Leonard, Halliburton, Jeremy Lin, Tyler Johnson, and garbage everywhere else. So let's go ahead and move on to training camps. And I'm realizing I really need to go ahead and just download these damn draft classes. That's going to make my life a lot easier. So let's get that in there and go on to training camps. So let's look at untapped potential. I do want to send Tyrese Halliburton. I want to send THT. And we can send... Man, there's really not much else, is there? We can send Capella, I suppose. He can go to an A+. So, moving on to actually year number 1. Trey Burke, you are not going to start. You're going to be coming off the bench because I want Halliburton to start. So, there we go. Caruso, I don't think you're going to start either. Actually, he's got really good defense. He can start. THT can come off the bench. Then we got LeBron, AD, and Capella. So our bench is going to look like Kuzma, THT, Markieff Morris, and Myers Leonard. It's not, actually. Markieff Morris is not going to play. Trey Burke's going to get those minutes. So, yeah, this bench is horrendously bad. Some of our starters are not great either. Let's see our system proficiency, 3.5 stars. Defense is actually 4 stars. That's interesting. But we're not going to run that. So, who do I want to send to the G League? Anybody in particular? Not THT because he's going to play. Yeah, nobody. Okay, cool. Well, I will see you guys at the end of year number 1 and see how we do. So at the end of year number 1, we were not great. We finished with a 51-31 record. Giannis wins MVP, Wiseman Rookie of the Year, Brandon Clark 6-man, Kawhi DPOY, Lonzo Most Improved, and Dwayne Casey Coach of the Year. So we end up being the 4th seed in the Western Conference. Let's take a quick look at some stats. Anthony Davis definitely leading the charge for us this year. 27 points, 12 boards, 3 assists, almost 2 blocks a game. Pretty efficient too. Hopefully he can develop his three-pointer a little bit more than that, but 35% is not too bad. We got LeBron at 25.5 points, 6 boards, 8 assists. Again, I mean, LeBron does not have the greatest three-point shot in the world. So it is what it is at 35%. That's actually fairly solid for LeBron. Tyrese Halliburton in his rookie year, 13 points, 5 assists, not efficient whatsoever. Yeah, he's definitely not as good in this draft class as he is in the ones that I normally use. But Clint Capella was a beast in the paint. 12.5 points, 14.5 rebounds. Pretty happy with that. Trey Burke was actually very efficient, like really efficient. I honestly might. Well, I don't know. Halliburton's got better defense. I was thinking I might start him in the playoffs. I might just give him some more minutes off the bench. Kuzma was meh. Probably going to give him a bag in the offseason and try to trade him. Caruso was also meh. THT was very efficient in his limited playing time, so there's that. That's something to be happy about. And what? Markieff Morris played? Okay, well, that's interesting. I didn't think any of those guys played. Anyway, taking on the Warriors in the first round. I have a very bad feeling about this one. Very standard Warriors lineup, but Draymond's not starting, so that's different. And we end up winning in 6. Kind of surprising, to be totally honest. Taking on the Trailblazers, though, in round 2, they got Dame, CJ, Patrick Williams, Rudy Gay, and Yusuf Nurkic. So we'll see how this goes. Yep. All right. They're an 8 seed for a reason, I guess. Now we're taking on the Dallas Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals. They added Mike Conley, and that's it. So Mavericks are always scary. We're down 3-1. Let's go ahead and go to Simcast, see if we can force a Game 7, and it's looking like we're going to, unless we blow it in the 4th. No, we're blowing them right the hell out. Can we win in Game 7 and go on to the finals? It's pretty back and forth. It's very close, and they go on a run. Of course they do. We're down by 4, though. Okay, down by 6. Okay, that's a no. So the three-peat's not going to happen, and the Nets beat the Mavericks in the finals. Kevin Durant's your finals MVP. Moving on to the offseason. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That is why I traded for these picks, man. We end up with 2 via Detroit, 3 via OKC, 11 via San Antonio, and we have our pick at 23. So, yes, that is perfect. That is absolutely wonderful. We are going to stick with Frank Vogel. We will bring him back. And if we can find Jason Kidd, I will bring him back as well. Is he all the way up here? No. Where the hell is Jason Kidd? All right, there he is. So we're going to bring him back. And Jason Kidd is tentative. That's great. Where is he at? Where's my boy? Did he sign? God dang it. Okay, we'll bring in Dana Falk instead. So there we go. Let's move on to the draft and see what we can do here. So we got Cade Cunningham. So we got Evan Mobley, Jalen Green, Jalen Johnson, Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes as the top 5 ranked players. And we do have 2 of the top 3 picks. So honestly, Evan Mobley would be a great addition because we desperately need a backup big. I'm also thinking Jalen Green would be nice. We just got Cade Cunningham and the Clippers rebuild, so let's see who goes 1. Of course, Evan Mobley goes 1. All right. So we will take Jalen Green. And I also don't want to take Kuminga because we got him in the Clippers rebuild as well. Is there anybody else here that I would like? Honestly, not really. So I think what I'm going to try to do is try to trade for... where'd he go? Evan Mobley. Wow, he's got a lot of value as well. So who can we throw in here? Trey Burke, I'm not too worried about. Like Markieff Morris, though, we'll throw him in. Myers Leonard can go. Will you accept this? 3 Markieff Morris and Myers Leonard for Evan Mobley? And they do. So we get Evan Mobley and, what's his name? Jalen Green. So let's go ahead and sim to 11 and see who's still left on the board. So what we're actually going to do at pick 11, we're not going to make a pick. We're going to trade 11 and 23, as well as Trey Burke and a future second to the Bulls for Zach LaVine, and we'll get Myers Leonard back on the team. I know we just drafted Jalen Green, but I guess we'll just have to see what happens and just make it work. So we are going to bring in Mobley and Jalen Green. LeBron accepts his player option, which is nice. Kawhi opts out, of course. Paul George also opts out. We will extend the qualifying offers to THT and Kyle Kuzma as well. And like I said, I'm probably going to lean towards giving Kuzma a bag and trading him just to match salary. But we can actually also do that with Alex Caruso. That's good. That's great, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we did sign Caruso. We're also going to match a deal with Kuzma, who's going to sign with the Bulls, I think, and we're going to give THT a bag as well. And we're going to try to use those guys to match up some salaries. We also did bring in Lou Will. He's going to be our backup point guard, I think, this year. So, we have some assets now we could actually move. Well, I know I just said Lou Will's going to be our backup point guard this year, but that's not going to happen. What we're actually going to do, also, how the hell did Chris Paul end up on the Sixers? But we're going to trade Caruso, Kuzma, and Greg Monroe, who I brought in last year on a minimum deal, to the Sixers for Chris Paul and Rodney Hood. And hopefully that's going to work out. I mean, Chris Paul and LeBron playing together, I would think would be pretty nice. I actually did just do a Lakers rebuild on my own, like yesterday, and I got Chris Paul. It worked out very well. Chris Paul is still very, very good in this game, even at 36 years old. So now we can move Lou Will. We can also move THT. And Rodney Hood might end up just being our backup small forward this year, but I might as well throw him in there and see if we can get a stud. And we cannot. We can get Kuzma back as well as Shake Milton. So big no thanks on that one. So I think instead what we're going to do is just acquire some more assets in terms of draft capital. So we're going to send THT and Jeremy Lin to the Knicks for a top 5 protected pick next year. And we're also going to send Lou Will. What can we get for him? Pick from the Hornets. I'm mainly just looking at draft picks at this point. I just want to add some kind of value in that department. So we will take these 2 picks from the Hornets. And I also want to see what can I get for Rodney Hood. I'm more than likely going to end up keeping him as my backup 3 this season. But just to throw it out there, what could we get? THT low-key. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to move THT to small forward. Yeah, we're doing that. We are definitely doing that. So at the moment, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got a rotation. I'm just going to make sure that we got 15 guys, and I will see you guys at player progression. All right, so here at player progression, AD is now our highest overall player at a 97. LeBron down to a 95. Capella and Levine up to an 87, though. Chris Paul does regress a little bit. We got Jalen Green and Evan Mobley, the number 1 and number 2 draft picks, at an 80. THT also an 80 when I moved him to small forward, and Halliburton up to a 79. So let's go ahead and move on to training camps. So we're going to send Zach LaVine can go to untapped potential. We can send Jalen Green and Evan Mobley are already A+. We could send Tyrese Halliburton again. He's still at an A. We could send THT, still an A-. Jeez, man. And that's it, actually. We're done. So on to year number 2. And let's check out this rotation. Still running a 9-man rotation. So we got Chris Paul, Zach LaVine, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Clint Capella as our starting 5. Then off the bench, we got Evan Mobley, Jalen Green, THT, and Tyrese Halliburton. And yeah, we're all good. So let's check our system proficiency. Perimeter centric is 4 stars. Is there anything 4.5? No. All right, we will stay with perimeter centric. Although, no, we're going to switch to 7 seconds because, like I said in the last video, if you guys caught that one, I've been having a lot of success lately with 7 seconds or less. So I will see you guys at the end of year number 2. Hopefully we can make it to the finals this year. At the end of year number 2, we finished with a record of 66-16. So Luka wins MVP, Cade Cunningham Rookie of the Year, Devontae Graham 6th Man, AD DPOY, Wiseman Most Improved, and Lloyd Pierce somehow gets Coach of the Year because of course he does. So we're definitely the 1 seed in the West. Let's take a look at player stats. AD, again, leading us in scoring, 24 points, 11.5 boards, 3.5 assists, a steal and a half a game, and over 2 blocks a game. That is nuts. That's a solid case for MVP right there. LeBron, 21.5 points. Definitely kind of regressed slightly. Well, honestly, it's really just in volume scoring. But still at 5 boards, 9.5 assists, and was even better from the field this year. So happy with that. Zach LaVine was very good. Also at 20 points, 3 boards, 3.5 assists. Very good. Very, very efficient from the field. Chris Paul in his first year with the Lakers. 13.5 points, almost 10 assists, a steal and a half. Very efficient as well. So that was a pretty decent pickup, I think. Evan Mobley in his rookie year coming off the bench as our sixth man was pretty solid. So that was a good trade, I think, right there. Jalen Green was very efficient as well coming off the bench for us. Clint Capella, again, another double-double, 10 points, 11 rebounds. Very good. Halliburton was, I think he was our last man off the bench. So, I mean, it is what it is at that point. THT was actually very efficient as well. So, our whole team was pretty solid. So, in round one, we're taking on the Rockets. They got Russ Harden, Daniel House, Rocco, and Eric Micah. So, let's see how this goes. That's an easy sweep, man. I'm telling you, 2K just hates the Rockets. On to round two, we're taking on the Mavericks, who are always scary. Jalen Brunson, Luka Doncic, Josh Hart, Maxi Kleber, and Kristaps Porzingis is their starting five. And, that went to a game 7 real quick, but we do end up winning. So we're taking on the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. They got Jamal Murray, Bruce Brown, Kelly Oubre, Bol, and Nikola Jokic. You know, I'm a little bit more nervous for the Nuggets than I was the Mavericks, and we do end up winning. That was a little scary. I think we were down 2-1 at one point, but we end up moving on to the finals, where we're going to be taking on the Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young, Jordan Clarkson, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and Andre Drummond. So let's take this game by game. We win the first game. They win the second. They win the third. Come on, tie it up. Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me. Are the Hawks going to get their video lead random finals win? Not just yet. We go to game 6. Come on, force a game 7. We're up by 11 with... Oh, my God. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. We're down by 5. Oh, my God. We blew it. Okay. We absolutely blew that game. Trae Young's your finals MVP. So trading for picks is definitely helping us out here as we end up with the 5th pick from Detroit. We also get the 12th pick from the Clippers, which I think was involved with a trade with the Thunder. We do not have our own pick. That goes to the Pelicans at 29 as part of the Anthony Davis trade. So we do need to bring back our trainer, Gregory Peterson. Definitely going to give him quite a bit of money. And we'll bring back Kyle Rose as well. And I really got to sneeze. All right. And we do end up getting both of those guys. So let's go ahead and move on to the draft. And we are picking at 5. Do I want to get Amani Bates? I don't think so. I really don't think so. If we were planning for a life after LeBron, then yes. But we're trying to win it this year. So I'm not even sure if I want to make this pick or if I want to trade it. So I think we're going to try to trade up to number 1. We're going to try to offer 12 Nico Melli, Yogi Ferrell, and 2 future firsts to the Timberwolves for number 1, and they do accept that. So we do still have 5, actually. Now, what if I package 1 and 5 and like THT? No offers were found. Okay, so what if I take off 5? Throw THT back on there. So 1 in THT, I could get Malcolm Brogdon, who I just got on the Clippers rebuild, and pick 4, or I could get Domantas Sabonis and Musa Cease. No, thank you. I may try to manufacture a trade real quick, though. I do just want to see if this trade might go through. So THT 1, 5, and 3 future first for Ja Morant. Nope, of course not. So I'm thinking it would probably be wise to capitalize on this draft pick's value now instead of taking a player. So could I possibly get Ben Simmons for THT 1 and Clint Capella? And we do. So we do still have pick 5 as well, actually. And you know what? Is there anybody I even would include in a trade for that? No, not really. So what could I get for pick 5? Nothing really too great. So let's see who's available at 5. And then we may make a decision then. Patrick Baldwin and Alex Antetokounmpo. Let's just take Patrick Baldwin and we will go ahead and sim to the end. So Rookie signing, we got Patrick Baldwin. That is good. Tyrese Halliburton, we will accept that. Kyrie's a free agent. That's nice. No qualifying offers for us this year. And we do have bird rights on LaVine and Chris Paul, which thank God, because we need that. So we will give LaVine the max, and we will actually give Chris Paul a deal. He's not going to play for us, but we're definitely going to try to use that salary to match in a trade. And we do get both of those guys. We can just go ahead and renounce rights on everybody else as well. So let's go ahead and just make sure that we get them, which we should. And we do. So let me look into some trades, because there's definitely a couple of things that we need to add to this team. Okay, so I want to see if I can get a trade to go through for Rudy Gobert. So we're going to throw Chris Paul, Jordan Bell, who I signed just with our exception. And do we have anybody else I really want to throw in there? I'm thinking I might keep Patrick Baldwin. He might unfortunately end up being our backup small forward next year, but we will see. I would give you... Wow, Myers Leonard has that much trade value? Okay. Will you accept this for Rudy Gobert? No. Okay. Is there anybody else I could throw in? Boban. All right, we get Rudy Gobert, who was on the Hornets. I had no idea he was on the Hornets. Okay, so our front court is set. I may explore a trade with Patrick Baldwin just to try to find an upgrade at the backup 3 position. But aside from that, we're basically ready to go for year number 3. And we're going to do this trade as well. And this will be our final trade, probably of the video. But we're going to send Patrick Baldwin and a future second to the Heat for Tyler Hero and a future first. Tyler Hero will be our backup 3 next year. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right there. Let me just fill out this roster, and I'll see you guys at player progression. Here at player progression, we are ready to go for the final year here. AD up to a 98. LeBron definitely regressing down to a 93. Ben Simmons also a 93. Gobert at a 90. So we've got 4 and 90 plus on the roster right now. LaVine at an 88. Jalen Green at an 85. Halliburton at 84. Evan Mobley 84. Hero 84. And then there's the rest of the guys. So let's go ahead and move on to training camps. And I totally just spaced out and forgot to start talking at training camps. But I sent Ben Simmons to perimeter shooting, and he now has a 52 mid-range and 3-point shot. I just sent a couple other guys to untapped potential. So let's look at this rotation for the third and final year. We got Ben Simmons, Zach LaVine, LeBron James, AD, and Rudy Gobert as our starting 5. Then off the bench, we got Jalen Green as our 6th man, Evan Mobley, Tyler Hero, and Tyrese Halliburton. All right. We are ready to go. So out of our starting 5, LaVine's the only one not a 90. And honestly, he might possibly have a chance to hit that. I would really like him to. 7 seconds is still 3.5 stars. We are going to stay with that, though. So I will see you guys at the end of the season. So at the end of year number 3, we finish 1 game better than last year. 67 and 15 is the record. Luka Doncic, MVP, Imani Bates, Rookie of the Year. Killian Hayes, 6th man. AD, DPOY. BJ Boston, Most Improved. And Nate McMillan is Coach of the Year. So once again, we are a 1 seed taking on the Nuggets in round 1. But Anthony Davis has been absolutely fantastic, just leading us everywhere. LeBron still putting up 20 points, almost 10 assists, and still shooting pretty well for LeBron. Zach LaVine, 19 points, very good efficiency though. Ben Simmons, very solid. He's very similar to LeBron, I feel like, with the exception that he cannot shoot a 3 to save his life. Jalen Green, very efficient. Very happy with that. Very good 6th man. Evan Mobley had a pretty good year as well. Rudy Gobert, playing great defense down there. Almost 2 blocks a game. It's per 36 over 2 blocks. So happy with those numbers. Tyrese Halliburton, very efficient off the bench. Actually, wow, he really stepped it up this year. Look at that. Good for him. And then there's Tyler Hero, who was 50, 40, 90 in his limited action, but the efficiency is still there nonetheless. So, like I said, taking on the Nuggets in round 1, they got Jamal Murray, Bruce Brown, Kelly Oubre, Bol Bol, and Nikola Jokic. Same lineup as last year. And we win in 6. So taking on the Mavericks now. Also the same lineup as last year. And we also win in 6. So we're taking on the Pelicans, who have Shamori Pond starting at point guard. They got Naw, Brandon Ingram, Zion, and Steven Adams. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The Pelicans go on to win the championship over the Hawks, who beat us last year. Zion's your finals MVP. Yeah, like I said, that's really unfortunate. God damn it, man. Like, come on. Just no luck. No luck at all. And LeBron retires. I was going to say if LeBron sticks around, we will do a 4th year. But since he has retired, I guess we're going to call it quits there. So, unfortunately, we do not win a ring with the Lakers today. Although, to be honest, I think in the future I may try to do another Bill Russell challenge with the Lakers, but I probably will start the rebuild from the 2019 to 2020 season instead of starting it the year later like I did in this one today. So, but yeah, like I said, man, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, I would really appreciate a like. And as always, if you guys have any teams or challenges you'd like to see me do, just drop a comment. And more than likely, I will probably do it. So if you guys are new and you've been around this far, if you guys want to hit that subscribe button as well, that would be fantastic. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.